So is the Wheeltop EDS TX group set the right electric group set for you? Well, yes, and maybe no. I'll tell you why.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I just want to start by saying thank you. I had lots of positive comments from the first video. I'm really grateful for them. It's really motivating to see the positivity and the encouragement from the viewers. Now, I received a few comments over via Instagram, and I'll share my link below with regards to the Wheeltop group set, which I discussed in my last video. When the group set first came out, there was a lot of content creators giving first look, but since then there hasn't been too many people discussing their long-term interactions with this group set. I've had it for about a year now. I've done probably 4,000 miles on this group set, so I think I'm in a position that I can tell you the pros and the cons of this group set and whether you should or shouldn't be using it yourself. I better say straight off the bat that I paid for this group set. Wheeltop has no idea I'm making this. Wheeltop doesn't even know who I am whatsoever. So the opinions I express today are mine alone. There'll be no discount code attached to this video. There'll be no financial gain whatsoever. It's just purely, there's definitely some interest out there and I'd like to help you if I can, so you can make that decision of whether the group set is right for you, whether you should or shouldn't buy it, because it's not for everyone. But enough of that. Let's get out on the bike and we can discuss some of those pros and cons of this group set.
Right, plan for day is about 50 miles. I'm going to head towards Chelmsford. There's a hill called North Hill. I'm going to go up there and I'm going to test out this group set on that. Let's go. Now, a positive of this group set is the ease of installation. It's similar to SRAM in the fact that it's completely wireless. So you're not having to take anything apart, you're not having to install cables or batteries. So it is so simple. So if you're a home bike mechanic with a reasonable level of confidence, I truly believe you can install this group set quite easily. The fact that this group set is so unique and you can use it on a 3-speed going up all the way up to a 14-speed, it's fantastic. But at the same time, that means the amount of micro adjustment you have to do in the app to get the actual gears moving correctly, it's just painful. If you change a wheel, you'll have to do it again. A slight little knock on your bike and you're resetting it. So whilst I express my frustration at the micro adjustment in the app and how painful that process is, what I have to remember is this is what allows this group set to work on a 3-speed or a 14-speed. It has to be like this. So the fact that I've chosen to buy this group set, I have to accept that as just one of the compromises that I must make. Another potential negative of this group set is the fact that it's highly unlikely that your local bike shop mechanic is going to know how to repair this group set. Because if you have a problem, you're going to be pretty much on your own. But on the flip side, perhaps because of that fact, there are some fantastic forums online, particularly on Facebook, where people have shared tips and help each other when there is such a problem. Similar to mine last week. So you're not on your own, but at the same time, it's not the same as just walking into your bike shop and having your Shimano or SRAM fixed. So if you're looking on YouTube for reviews of this group set, one of the ones you'll come across is Trace Velo's. Obviously his opinion is highly regarded in this community. Now, he gave up on this group set quite quickly because of his frustrations with the quality of the app. I understand his point, the English was atrocious on that app. However, I managed to find my way around and work out what to do. But since then, the app has been updated and English is far better and it's clear as what to do. So whilst Trace Velo had a point on that occasion, now that point is no longer valid. whilst I mentioned reviews on YouTube, in the early days there was a lot of comments about what happens if this group set gets wet. If you rode it in the rain, just simply washing your bike, would it die? All I'll say to that one is, I've done 4,000 miles on this group set. I've washed it many a times. I've ridden it in the rain, unfortunately far too many times living in the UK, and it's still working fine. I've had no concerns whatsoever about this product being waterproof. One thing I believe we should all remember is the fact that this group set, and many others like it, have not been built for the Western market. They've been built for the Chinese market, which is just growing at a fantastic rate. As such, there's some things that we cannot expect from these companies that we are used to from the Western ones. You're not going to get an instant response if you have an issue with your group set. You will be waiting. Furthermore, parts aren't going to be stored in local bike shops or even in your own country. So you're going to be waiting for items that come from China should you need replacement parts. So you have to bear that in mind if you're considering buying this group set. Well, I would add to this, if you are going to buy this group set, please buy it direct from Wheeltop or one of the large retailers on AliExpress, such as Rock Brothers. Okay, don't just buy it from one of these new small retailers on AliExpress. Buying cheap off or an unknown source off AliExpress is only going to leave you vulnerable should there be a fault. You're not going to be covered by a warranty and you're going to be left with a massive hole in your wallet. Peak Torque did a video about this group set not too long ago, and he was questioning whether it was actually value for money. Now, he has a point. If you're building a brand new bike and you require an entire group set, then maybe this group set is not for you. It doesn't include the disc brake rotors, it doesn't include the cassette, the chain, or the chain set. You would have to buy all those. And what Peak Torque stated was that when you added those costs in, that actually a Shimano 105 Di2 group set is probably better value, particularly as it's a brand you can trust. Now, I do agree with him to a point. However, the prices in his mind for those additional parts were higher than what I paid on AliExpress. But I guess that's the difference between me and him. I'm prepared to use parts from AliExpress from brands that I've tested already and I trust. But I would agree that this kind of emphasises my point that this group set is perhaps more of an upgrade kit to an already established bike where you've got those parts already. So in my opinion, who's this group set for, or would I recommend it? Well, if you're riding Dura Race, Ultegra, both Di2, if you're riding Force or SRAM Red, this group set's not for you. You don't need this group set. If you're considering moving to an electric group set and you're looking at Shimano 105 Di2, SRAM Rival Axis, and you've got a bike that you're happy with parts that are in perfectly working condition, then this is a group set for you to consider. It is a cheaper option. It is really simple to put onto your bike. I'm more than happy with the quality of it. I think it's a really worthwhile consideration to make. It won't be for everyone, but that's the market it's for. So if you've had any experience of Wheeltop, I'd love to hear your views in the comments below. Also, if you disagree or agree with any of my comments, I'm just one man. Let me know what you think. We've all experienced different things. So thanks for watching. If you've got any value out of this video, I'd really appreciate a like. Please consider subscribing. I've got lots more planned over the next coming weeks. And for now, I'll see you on the next ride.